Hey guys, it's Chris. So in today's video, I want to share with you why I don't program kettlebell swings for conditioning, for glute training, and that really you won't see it in many of my programs at all. And the reason why I don't program kettlebells is for this reason. So I'm going to share with you what a kettlebell looks like. So a kettlebell swing looks like this. So the idea is that you drive in through your hips, and there's going to be some sort of glute contraction. There's going to be some sort of dynamic effort. So it gets more challenging metabolically. But there's a few key considerations to a kettlebell swing that we want to think about. The first thing is, most people don't have the structural balance or posture to be able to do that exercise without it looking like this. And so what we end up seeing is lots of lower back issues and then lots of shoulder issues. Internal rotation, lower back problems are really quite common. So if we now progress into something like a dynamic movement like a kettlebell swing, and people use it in circuits and they're doing it for time, this is potentially injurious. It's potentially not going to be effective. It's potentially going to be damaging. The second reason why I won't use kettlebell swings, particularly for glute activation and for glute training more specifically, even if you feel it in your glutes, so don't confuse this sensation with tension. So at this weight, when the weight is here, we've got gravity pulling on that weight downwards, okay? This weight is the furthest away from the body. This is called the distal end. It's the furthest away from the body. Just because we've extended our hips here, and we might feel it just because there's a dynamic movement from that sensational point of view, it doesn't mean to say we've got tension. We've not got tension on the glutes through a lengthening and a shortening cycle like we would if we did a hip thrust, if we did. Obviously, the best one would be a hip thrust glute bridge if we want to get into a short position. And then if we're looking at lengthening exercises, we're looking at things like RDLs and glute ham raisers. So we're not going to use kettlebell swings for MetCon. So we're not going to use it for conditioning. We're not going to use it for glute training. So then when we think about where we might put kettlebell swings, it gives us a sort of limited sort of reason to justify adding those to programs. So just to recap, guys. First things first, dynamic movement. We need perfect posture to be able to do anything like that. And even if you did use a kettlebell swing for sort of conditioning, for explosiveness through your hips, you're not going to be using it for time. You're not going to be doing this to fatigue because of those postural things, because of obviously the considerations that we've just talked about. And the second thing is, if we're looking to recruit as many of those glute fibers as we possibly can, we want to be thinking more so about the resistance profile of the exercises. So where we're going to get those recruitment of those fibers in a short position, lengthened position, and keep tension. This is going to be the key to that growth. This is going to be the key to overall body shape change, and more specifically, this is going to be the key to getting the most out of your glute training. So any questions on that, guys, feel free to drop it in the comment box below, and obviously I will get back to you. If you want me to take control of your programming so that you're now doing exercise more optimally for the results that you want to see, hit the link in my bio to find out more about how we can work together through online coaching.